Just going to talk about this, Big Z. So, Jamie Jackson in The Guardian wrote an article yesterday. He said there's going to be big changes at the club under Sir Jim Ratcliffe, but he also said that on his visit to Carrington, when he was being shown around back in March or April, I think it was, he apparently, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, criticised recruitment, and Casemiro was mentioned specifically as a signing that Sir Jim Ratcliffe didn't deal with. Now, we're dealing with this is not a direct quote from Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and as much as I'm not happy with what he's doing with the club, I want to make this very clear. It's not personal against Sir Jim Ratcliffe. This is about what's best for Manchester United Football Club, and I don't like the deal with the Glazers. If he was buying the whole club today and he was putting billions in, I would support that bid. It's as simple as that. It was full sale, Glazers out. That's what I wanted, and I don't think he's helping with that. But if he has been into Carrington and criticised the Casemiro deal, I would really question Sir Jim Ratcliffe's support of Manchester United, because he's meant to be a local lad who loves Man United, right? Well, he clearly doesn't watch Manchester United if he's criticising the Casemiro deal, because Sir Jim Ratcliffe, you would be buying a club in the Conference League if we hadn't bought Casemiro. Now, Casemiro cost 60 million quid. Just for that season last year, he was worth it to get us into the Champions League. So I don't see what the Casemiro issue is. What would Sir Jim Ratcliffe's alternative be to that 60 million? Because there wasn't anything else available, and it was the back end of the transfer window. It was literally the last week of the transfer window when we bought him. So you were never going to get anyone as good as Casemiro. Casemiro, for me, last season was our player of the year. He's not playing well this season. I can admit that. But last season, he was my player of the year. I think the team was completely and utterly reliant on him. And for 60 million quid to bring in, one of the best centre defensive midfielders in the world and get third place when no one expected it, I don't see how you can criticise that deal. And if it's an age thing, let's not forget that Sir Jim Ratcliffe at Nice bought Kasper Schmeichel at 35, bought Aaron Ramsey and Ross Barkley. I mean, if he criticised the Anthony deal because we paid too much, fine. But criticising the Casemiro deal, who actually was successful last season, would be a really, really odd observation.